from the home of the Wright brothers. You can understand why he might have been inspired to fly, growing up delivering newspapers in the very neighborhood where the Wright brothers' bicycle shop was and where they grew up. So he was always inspired to fly. He flies corporately now. He's on the roll. Here he comes, ladies and gentlemen, and watch this wonderful performance. Dayton, Ohio. Please welcome Mr. Bill Leff and his T-6. He's happy with things and will commit to his aerobatics. Bill has had a passion for aviation ever since he was old enough to talk. Perhaps that passion, born in him, or maybe it came from the energy emanating from his hometown, the birthplace of aviation, Dayton, Ohio. Delivering newspapers in the neighborhood of Hawthorne Hill, the Wright brothers' home, saving every penny to learn how to fly. And then pursued and obtained his private pilot license at the age of 16. You see, he was on a mission to be like the Wright brothers by becoming a pilot and aviation innovator. He went on to obtain his instrument, multi-engine, single-engine seat, and airline transport ratings to go with his single-engine land, glider, and flight instructor ratings. Since then, he's obtained Beechcraft, Cessna Citation, Learjet, Westwind, Saberliner, DC-3, and DC-9 type ratings. He's also an airframe and power plant mechanic with FAA inspection authorization certification. He went on to obtain his instrument, multi-engine, single-engine C, airline transport rating to go with his single-engine land, glider, flight instructor ratings. Since then, he's obtained, again, Cessna Citation, Learjet, Saberliner, even up to the DC-9 type rating. Several years as president of an internationally known corporate aircraft maintenance company and flight instructor for Trans World Airlines. The T-6 Texan was the most widely used advanced trainer in the war, World War II, and the Korean conflict. During World War II, almost every fighter or bomber pilot, whether single-engine or twin-engine, won his wings in a North American trainer, or AT-6. In gunnery, in bombing practice, in formation, in instrument flying, and in coastal patrol and semi-combat duty, the Texan proved its versatility. 10,057 AT-6s. Some went to the Navy as SNJs, as you'll see later this afternoon with a Geico Sky Typer. Others went to more than 30 Allied nations. In 1948, Texans, still in the United States Air Force Service, were redesignated as T-6s when the AT, BT, and PT aircraft designations were abandoned. Bill purchased and authentically restored his T-6 Texan in 1975. His Texan was manufactured in 1943 as an AT-6C and saw service with the Army Air Corps at Victoria Army Field, Victoria, Texas. In 1951, this plane was remanufactured as a T-6G, then assigned to Goodfellow Air Force Base, Texas, and then Malden Air Force Base in Missouri. It was used as a trainer until 1955, when it was retired from service to make way for the new era of flight training that prepared pilots to fly jet aircraft. In 1959, the plane was sold to surplus for $771.11. This T-6 was restored to its original Korean conflict military configuration with the help of the Air Force Orientation Group at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Bill's hometown, Dayton, Ohio. Bill has made improvements to the aircraft to accommodate its new job as an air show plane. These improvements include an inverted oil system, modern radio and navigation systems for long cross-country flights, a smoke system, and of course, special equipment for the Starflyer night sky show that Bill is known for. As always, Bill dedicates his show to the veterans, to those who've served in the past, in the superb demonstration of the T-6 trainer. Right on the edge of stalls, where the airplane stops flying. As slow as he can possibly go. And again, you hear that clock. It has an advanced trainer and retractable landing gear. And there's the victory roll dedicated to the veterans. You hear that little blip in the engine. These old planes without inverted oil and fuel systems can only be upside down so long before that engine clicks. control stick of this massive airplane, 5,000 pounds of flying machine, that big radio Pratt & Whitney engine. It's a handful to muscle through the sky like this. Bill loves doing that. Not purpose-built like Jason explained and some of the others you'll see later this afternoon for the aerobatics he's flying, but respectfully and capably, both the pilot and the plane doing these maneuvers that all pilots would have to know how to do. I'll tell you something, I want to know my pilot is an airliner. Give him away, Bill Leff, ladies and gentlemen, making it look so easy and working so hard for us today. It is beautiful T-6, even if it does have Air Force markings on it at a Navy base. Bring that up. Love to go flying with this guy. Really knows and loves what he does. Hopefully will inspire you here this weekend as well to stop dreaming, start flying. Some aspect of it. Take it up. Let's get another nice look and listen to the sound of history, to the sound of freedom, this beautiful flying machine. I've noticed that some of the present-day fighter pilots are making their way along the show line, and I wanted to point it out, Dan, because it might be hard to recognize now that they've landed the airplanes, but continue to wear their G-suits and helmet in hands. And one of those rare opportunities where our servicemen and women can actually hear some applause for what they do. What a great opportunity this weekend.
You never can tell when you're going to get called back out to the ship, Rick.
That's true. They've got to be ready to go, right?
Makes it awkward at home, playing with the kids, watching TV, wearing the G-suit and the helmet.
But they're ready to go.
They are.
On the ready. Could be scrambled at any time to defend this great nation. Respectfully and carefully now, Bill's job is to get this priceless piece of flying history back on the ground. The landing gear built real strong. It's a tough, well-built airplane to withstand the rigors of student pilots. But it's aging, it's old, and it's treated very respectfully by Bill. As you'll see him line up to land, watch him move that rudder around. It'll show you how he puts a light touch on the brakes. Doesn't want to stand this still, drag her up on the nose, but that's a lot of torque. That's a big engine. That's a heavy airplane. And watch this. How perfect the landing is that? How respectful the landing is that? And Bill's going to come in. He won't hear your applause, folks, but he'll see your appreciation. So please be sure and give him a huge wave. Bill Leff from Dayton, Ohio.